We've all seen movies that have made us sad, have made us laugh, have scared us, or have made us think about serious subjects. But the most important thing is that they all entertain us. Have you ever wondered what it's like to make a movie? Be a director, producer, or writer? We are honored to have one of the most successful independent filmmakers in Sacramento, Mr. Deon Taylor. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Kids Corporation, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you for having me. How you guys doing out there?
When did you know you wanted to make films, and what was the path you took to get to where you are today?
Well, basically, the way that I started and when I actually found out that I wanted to start making films, it was one day I was sitting in a room in Germany, and I've always been a huge film fan. And some of my favorite movies you probably wouldn't know because I'm a little older than you, but I like the old Eddie Murphy movies like 48 Hours and Beverly Hills Cops. Then I like the old horror films like American Werewolf in London. And it was one of those days where I was actually just watching one of those movies and I said, you know what, I could do this. So I think that was the day I had the light bulb went off and I wanted to do it.
You said that you must have a business mind because the bottom line is that a film has to make money. Where do you get your ideas and how do you learn to think commercially?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, man. This is two parts, okay? The first thing is I don't think that every movie has to make money. Because when you become a filmmaker, it's really about the passion that you have in your heart. And what it is you want to, your vision that you want others to see. I, on the other hand, am someone who I'm driven commercially. In other words, a lot of the concepts and the ideas that I come up with are just so happen to be really cool concepts that have a commercial edge. And I think it all starts here. Just like you're here interviewing me and you're 3 years old. There's other 3-year-old kids that can't do what you do, and it's because you're functioning on another level. And that's part of being a filmmaker. It's taking the gift that God gives you and being able to project it.
How do you convince someone to let you have the right amount of money for your film?
You would have asked me that again? No, you don't never get the right amount of money for your film, man. I really believe, this is the untold story behind filmmaking. In other words, there's a lot of different people that have creative talents and good writers and directors and great producers. The unspoken rule is trying to find money. And that's a very, very big thing when you're trying to be a filmmaker. In other words, that is the only obstacle that is very, very hard to overcome. I think what I've been able to do is pretty much put together a very, very good package and business plan. So when I do step out to look for an investor or someone to give me money for my films, they could virtually see what it is I'm trying to create. And if I can get you excited about what it is I'm trying to make, and allow you to see my vision, and you have enough money, I think that's how the marriage happens.
I read that you sometimes use special focus lenses that cost as much as $20,000. Why are they so important?
The lenses are the most important thing on a camera. It allows you to get the look and the feel that you see in films. Without those lenses, you would have just a regular, boring-looking picture. For example, the movie Jaws. Well, there's only a certain amount of, or a certain type of lens that will allow you to actually shoot in water so that you could actually see the shark, come up by the boat. When you watch certain movies like Superbad, there was a certain type of lens that allowed us to ride in the cop car with Seth Rogen, and there's another type of lens that allowed us to, run with the kids when they were running out of the party or whatever it might be. these lenses are the eye to the camera and the eye to the soul of what people are watching. So the people that make the lenses, they know they know what you need to have in a movie. So they're very, very pricey. And not the cool thing, the bad thing about certain lenses is that you can't buy a lens. You can only rent it. So when you're on location or you're shooting a film and say you got this really cool shot you want to get, and this, you're like, oh, I got to get this shot, I need this lens, and you're shooting it all day and it doesn't work. Well, guess what? They put it back in a box and they zip it up and they get ready to take it back to the store. You say, no, I need to have it one more time. Guess what? You got to cut another check for $20,000 to use it again, even if it's only for 1 hour the next day. But that reminds you constantly that this is a business, and these are business people that are running things, and, the creative only goes so far, because if you don't have another $20,000, then guess what? You can't use that lens.
What kind of equipment would you recommend to get started? For example, film, cameras, or editing software?
Well, that depends. You could usually go down to your local Circuit City or Good Guy. Is Good Guy still open? Man, I am getting old. Circuit City or Best Buy. And, you could get a camera now for $50. You could buy an HD camera right now, I'm sure, for at least $50 to $100. And some of them come with hard drives, which are really cool. Some of them comes with a high 8 tape that you can use. And I think that's all you would need if you're really trying to start, is that camera and your brain, and you can get out here and make something happen. Oddly enough, I've actually seen Panasonic and Sony has made a camera now to where you shoot all the footage. It's stored on a hard drive disk or stick that's inside the camera, and you could actually take that stick, put it into your computer, right, like a hard drive, and you could cut the footage right there with the regular application that comes on your regular laptop. So there's plenty of ways to do it.
I know you have a desire to film in Sacramento. What are some of your upcoming projects?
Wow. I have a few projects that I'm working on right now. The next film that I'm getting ready to shoot is a movie called Terminated. And I'll give you the pitch right now. 15 people board an aircraft from LAX to JFK. When they land, they're the last people on Earth. Ooh. That's my next film. Do you like my trailer voice? Baboon World, starring Brad Pitt and Robert Redford. You gotta do your face now. Do your movie face. Ooh, Baboon World. No, but Terminated is my next project, and hopefully we'll be in production in July, and we'll have Idris Elba, John Voight, Danny Glover, a few other friends and people that I really want to work with in the picture, and that's the film. Horror / sci-fi.
What about Chain Letter, Night Tales, and Up All Night?
What about them? No, Chain Letter it stars Nikki Reed, Brad Dourif, who you probably know from Aliens, Keith David, Michael Bailey Smith, who was in Hills Have Eyes and is in the new Nightmare on Elm Street. Really good cast. That film will be coming out the fourth quarter or November. And then Night Tales, which is now being converted and turned into a TV series, is getting ready to air on the Superstation on TBS, which is the old Tales from the Crypt or the old Twilight Zone, except we have Flavor Flav as the Crypt Keeper. So he actually comes out of a coffin and wears a top hat, and it's really cool, really fun. It's kind of like a throwback show. And Up All Night is a brand new show that we've brought to Sacramento, which is a spinoff of Access Hollywood or Entertainment Tonight, but except it's done right here locally. Craig Jackson is the host, who is the host of I Love Money on VH1. We just did like an American Idol style search to find out who could be the next hostess. And next Wednesday, we're having a huge launch party. I've invited you to come, but you know what? If you come, man, I'm gonna tell you this: you gotta wear a muscle shirt, because I'm looking over here at you and I see you got these long. I see the pythons, baby. I see the pythons. But next week we're doing the launch party, and hopefully you'll come and join us, and you'll get to meet some really cool people. Charlie Murphy will be there. Bilingual will be there. Chris O'Donnell will be there. And a lot of really cool people walk the red carpet here in Sacramento. And it'll be really good because it's the first time since I've been here that I've ever seen a red carpet event for entertainment purposes, and not just for a nightclub opening or, you know, someone's cool's in town. It's really to launch and make a statement here in Sacramento that, guess what? There are local filmmakers, there are local producers, there are local writers, and most of all, there's an entertainment thirst here in Sacramento, and people would support a show like this. And the name of that show is Up All Night, and I'm happy that I was probably one of the pioneers in doing so for Sacramento.
What advice would you give to a would-be filmmaker?
My advice to anyone seeking to do films or write films or just be in the entertainment space, my advice would be very simple. You're going to be told no all the time. Make sure that you are thick-skinned. You stay faithful to what it is you are doing, and push as hard as you can push. And my last comment would be, never stop. No matter what, never stop till you reach your goal. That would be my four comments to people trying to get into this space, because it's really tough. There's a lot of people that want in. And it's a cool place to be. You know, there's certain jobs that you like to do that are really cool, or people get paid for. I mean, professional basketball player, you get to play basketball and get paid. Whoa, football, baseball. You know, I've been blessed enough over the last, couple of years to actually make movies and get paid for it, and that's really cool. Are you kidding me? We got the greatest job on earth, man. So yeah, that's what I would tell an upcoming filmmaker.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, for being such a good role model for kids everywhere. We wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Today, we're in an ordinary street in an ordinary neighborhood. But today, it's far from ordinary. We're now on the set. There's a lot of action going around here. It's like organized chaos. So on the set of a movie, there's a whole bunch of very expensive equipment. Check this camera out.
Okay, so
I was wondering about this. Hi. Hi, Alex. How are you? Nice to meet you, Bridget. I'm very good. How nice to have a big little person on the set.
Now we're here with Brigitte Nielsen. What brought you onto this project?
Well, hi there. Hello, everybody. Well, thank you for asking me, Alex. I was called by Deon Taylor and asked if I wanted to participate in Night Tales, playing the character of Mona. And I don't know if you know, Mona is a weird bird. She's a mother to lovely Lisa here. and she's afraid of leaving her house as this wild character that she's actually one woman, but she has 4 different personalities. So it's exciting. And I'm here because I love the crew, I love Deon, and because I love being on stage.
How do you prepare for your particular character?
Well, this time around, I didn't have much time. You just, what you have to do is just go 100% into the character. Don't hide anything. Just let it all go. Just dive in and do as much as you can. If you have time, you do a little bit of research. For example, Mona, my character, she has the phobia of afraid of leaving the house. It would have been great if we've had more time to study that. I have friends that are that, which is a terrible phobia. It's a terrible disease that you are so afraid to leave the house. Do you know anyone that's like that? Thank God. Okay. So I'm portraying her that has this kind of disease, which is really weird. So she basically lives in the house. She can only just open the door and close it again or let the people in. So it should be interesting, but it's definitely a challenge.
Can you tell us a little bit about the plot of this episode?
Yeah, the plot of the episode right now is the Black Widow, and what happens is there's a mother and a daughter who actually are conspiring to trap men that are bad men and turn them into wallets and purses. It's pretty funny, yeah.
Can you tell us about the scene you're filming today?
Yeah, so basically today the scene is about Brigitte Nielsen, her character Mona. We are introduced to her in her home, and she's actually taking orders for her business. And it's a pretty funny scene, and her daughter comes home, and they have a huge argument about the business, the family business kind of going down a little bit, and she wants more help from her daughter. And that's kind of what we're shooting here today. It's going to probably be a long day for me because in terms of blocking and getting the shots that I want to get, because the house is so small, it takes a little time to kind of move the camera around and get the things that you want to get.
Can you tell us how you chose this location?
Yeah, basically we were looking for a house to use in Sacramento. This actually used to be my home about 5 or 6 years ago, and kind of put it on the market, so it's been kind of sitting here vacant. So I decided to come down here and use it. I thought it had really good production value. It's a really good neighborhood. Neighbors have always been great to me, so I wanted to bring something to them where they could laugh and have a good time over the next couple of days. But more importantly, the house was actually right for the script. In other words, it's more like a single-family home, and that's what the script entailed.
Is this going to be a lot of work today, or is it going to be fun?
It's always fun when you're working, man. But the answer to the question is, yeah, it'll be a hard day, it'll be a long day, but it's always fun when you're doing movies and films and TV or whatever. So I never complain about it. I kind of feel like I'm blessed to be able to do it. So I guess the answer would be it would be more fun.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
We found another very important person here. Can you tell us your name and your title?
My name is Lynette Myers, and I'm production supervisor.
Can you tell us what a production supervisor does?
Basically, on a show, we just kind of make sure that everything's running as smoothly as possible. We're helping the different departments coordinate with one another, make sure talent's ready at the same time, camera's ready, all that kind of good stuff, so that we can shoot the scenes.
How many years have you been doing this, and when did you get started?
I moved to Los Angeles about '95 and started doing film back then, so for a while. When I started taking college courses in film, kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do, so I made the move from the Midwest out to California because it had better weather, and here I am.
Do you enjoy working with Deon Taylor?
Yeah, actually, he's been really great feature director to work with. Probably one of the best things for me from production supervisor standpoint is his flexibility. He's got a great personality, keeps it light on set, which is also another good positive note for everyone on the crew.
What other projects have you done?
Let's see, I've done a lot over the years since '95, so I do a lot of features primarily. I also do television, music videos, commercials, and they pretty much run the gamut as far as the type. Anything from horror to action to comedy to drama, so a little bit of everything.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely, guys. Have a great day.
painting.
Yeah, but you still have pictures hanging on the wall. So, I gotta be honest with you, I was pretty surprised by your invitation. I mean, I totally thought you were into John that night, and then you totally ran off.
Hello. Oh, Mr. Davis, how are you? Nice to hear your voice. Oh, thank you. I'm fine. Thank you. What can I do for you? Oh, another 500? Splendid. Well, of course. Did you know that? Of course you know that, Mr. Davis. My leather is always of the best quality. Isn't that why you're calling me for the order, Mr. Davis?
We found one of the actors here from the movie Night Tales. What's your name and how did you get involved with Night Tales?
Hiya, my name is Camilla, and I got involved with Night Tales because I was over here in America shooting a music video with Deon Taylor for my band Doll's House, and he asked me to be in Night Tales. So here I am.
Where are you from and can you tell us more about your band?
Yeah, I'm originally from Norway in Scandinavia. But I live in London now, and that's where my band is based. So we just came over here to do the music video for actually another film that Deon has just done called Chain Letter. So yeah.
What type of music does your band play?
It's rock pop alternative. Yeah.
Do you think your band will sometime be touring America?
We're actually looking to tour America quite soon. So yeah. Watch out, and if anyone wants to check us out, they can check us out on myspace.com/dollshouse.
Can you tell us about the name of the single and when it's coming out?
Yeah, the single is called Don't Be Afraid, and it will be out, we think, about November time when the movie is out.
What do you do in your band?
I'm the singer.
And can you tell us a little bit about your part in this movie?
Yeah, I'm actually the Black Widow, or with my mother.
Thank you for your time and good luck with your acting and music career.
Thank you so much for having me.
And now we're here with Bobby Jackson on the set of Night Tales. Why are you here today?
Just to come around and see everything. I'm a partner. I partnered with Deon a couple weeks ago, and I like being on the set, seeing what the shooting's like, and meeting the actors, and just being around the people. But just here to just show my face and be here.
Have you ever considered being an actor yourself?
No, I haven't. I'll leave that up to the actors and the actresses. My job is different than being an actor. But I like what they do. I like what they bring to the table, and I like the way they perform. But no, I'm gonna stay in the back scenes and just observe.
Do you know what this series is about?
It's a horror series. This series is wrapped around 3 girls, and one of the girls' father has passed away, and she's very close, and she can't get over him being gone. So, and her friends are there to help her out, but her dad comes back to life, and it's gonna be really fun to see that series and see it live on TV. I don't know when it's coming out, but it should be out in 3 to 4 more weeks on WGN. I think so.
Well, thank you for your time. Good luck with the series.
Thank you very much.